Saying goodbye. Two Mid-South children are laid to rest today after their lives were violently cut short. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Marcus Hunter. Good evening, Daryl. Yes, that is correct. Bus 43 will be combined with 10 and 31 to make bus route 42. Now that the suburbs have voted yes, what's going to happen, in your opinion, to the Shelby County schools? Once you come out here, then anybody and everybody is a victim of being hit with a snowball. All right. As we just showed you, the University of Memphis women's basketball team went into halftime with a pretty good lead over Southern Miss. But coach, in the second half, you always got to come out prepared and try not to have a letdown. Hey guys, I'm outside of Carpenter Complex where late last night former
Marcus Hunter, a sports and news reporter for Fox 13 TV in Memphis, covered the breaking story.
There was a lot of pressure on the Memphis police, more so because, yeah, the media got involved, but it was the University of Memphis student and the University of Memphis athlete.
And it is a hot one. Monty Massengill joins us now. Monty, give us the good news about the rest of the weekend. There has to be some good news, right? If convicted, he faces a minimum of 10 years in prison, but he could get up to life in prison for each charge. Now, I've talked to some other neighbors who live in this neighborhood, and they say they were just shocked when they heard the news of what was allegedly going on in the home behind me. We're going to have more on this story as more details become available. But for now, reporting in Millington, Marcus Hunter, Fox 13 News. In your Money Watch tonight, it's going to be a good Labor Day for retailers. A new online survey says 59% of consumers are planning to shop this weekend. The survey by RetailMeNot.com says most shoppers are out looking for deals. The author of the survey also wanted to find out what sales men were looking for and what women wanted.
In summer apparel.
So, the best items to buy this weekend are last-minute back-to-school supplies, summer clothing, backyard grills, patio furniture, and gardening supplies. One of these, some of those things. Now, could the price of an airline ticket drop this fall? Fox's Brenda Butner has more on why the fall season may be a good time to fly.
Now, Marcus, the bus you rode on is one of those that will be combined with 3 other routes. Is that correct?
Good evening, Daryl. Yes, that is correct. Bus 43 will be combined with 10 and 31 to make bus route 42. Now, the combination could mean a more crowded bus, longer trips, and for some, longer walks to and from the bus stop. Bus 43 from downtown to Elvis Presley is a busy route. It can make up to 12 stops a trip. Riders are constantly getting on and off. At times, there is standing room only. Due to proposed budget cuts by the Memphis Area Transit Authority, the Bus 43 route could be combined with the 2 other routes, affecting those who depend on it.
It could cost me to lose my job, and I just changed to working in Harbortown. I'm making about $300 more a week, and I can't afford to lose this job. And the likelihood is I'll be written up a few times getting used to this new transportation if they cut the bus.
It'll be hard for me to get to work on time because I have to be at work at a certain time, like at 6:45. And then I have to get up probably like 4:30 in order to get there. Right, and the buses don't run that early in the morning.
During my ride on 43 today, I noticed it wasn't just those going to and from work who ride the bus. Families going grocery shopping to get food for the week. Young and old going from one side of town to the other to visit friends or family. Some going to doctor's appointments. I even met a guy who just likes to ride around town. Not everyone who uses 43 thinks combining the route is a bad thing.
As long as people still be able to connect and get to where they need to get, it's not a bad thing. As long as you just got to get up a little earlier and go a little farther and do what you got to do.
Most of the riders feel their lives being inconvenienced even more is a tough pill to swallow when they are the ones paying for the ride and paying taxes for the bus service.
Well, why y'all got to change what we paying for? I ain't worried about me paying no taxes. I need my taxes to pay me back.
And I don't think they care because they're not on the buses. They're not having to use the transportation.
If the cuts do happen, these riders say it's just one more thing they'll have to deal with in a life already full of obstacles.
I have to find some other alternative of getting back and forth to work because this is one of the main buses that I catch going to work. And where I catch the bus, it's not going to be there anymore. It's not going to stop there anymore. I got to walk all the way over to Bellevue, and that don't make any sense at all.
So I'm really going to have to ride this bicycle, and I'm getting too old to ride this bicycle. That's why, that's why I got it on the bus right now, so it's really going to affect me.
Good evening, Merle. Yes, you can still see leftovers from the emergency equipment paramedics used to try to save the young man's life, a life that he is now fighting for. It started off like any other Sunday.
This particular day, I seen some kids back there, and it was a crowd. Looked like a group, actually.
Within this group, someone had a gun.
It looked like to me they were having a good time. I ain't see no violence or nothing going on, but I did hear the gunshot.
A shot that has one 14-year-old still at the med in critical condition and another 14-year-old behind bars, charged with aggravated assault and possession of a deadly weapon.
I was like, nah, I just seen the girl running. So I asked police officer what was going on. He was like, the kids back there playing with a gun.
You ever play Russian roulette?
According to other teens in the neighborhood, the boys could have been playing a game similar to Russian roulette, a game that is no laughing matter and can often end in tragedy.
It gotta be like a revolver, they twist it, and if they stop, if it's a bullet in there or not, they shoot it at you, and if you shot, you shot, you not.
Kids are pretty stupid nowadays. I mean, I'm only 25, but I had more sense back then, not to play with guns, knives, and all that. Just parents need to be more on their kids, teach them lessons.
It's irresponsible on the parents, you know what I'm saying? Because the parents are not out here with their children. It's a 14-year-old. You need to know where your 14-year-old is at all times.
Folks that we talk to in the neighborhood say when you have kids playing with guns, it's never a good thing.
If I was outside, it could have hit me, it could have hit another little kid at the school. It could have been hit anything.
I think they come from the lack of parenting, because I would want to know how did these kids know what a gun was at the age 14, but you know what I'm saying, who am I to get into it?